Myself, Vimi Chaudhary. I am the facilitator of this meet. And as a facilitator, would just like to take a few minutes to set the context of this conference, and then the experts are going to be addressing us all. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as we talk about building infrastructure, if we see till now, whenever we have built infrastructure, we have been really unmindful of the communities in and communities for which the infrastructure has been built. And nor our infrastructure has reflected or respected the realities of this finite planet. But now that these realities have started sinking in, we do see a lot of thrust, a lot of focus on sustainable infrastructure development. And as far as India is concerned, which is fast transcending from being a developing economy to a developed economy, and where we foresee massive urbanization happening, the need today is for rethinking. The need today is for restructuring and reimagining these structures and systems for transportation, food, water, energy, waste, for information, and have the sustainability factor factored in. And today the government has a lot of thought, a lot of plan, a lot of action towards it. In fact, as the Honorable Prime Minister had said, that we need to think about how to build our future. So today, in this day-long conference with all of you, we are going to be bringing the knowledge, the vision, the leadership, delving on how to make this imagined infrastructure a reality, and adopting a more comprehensive, a more sustainable, and a more holistic approach towards it. We are really glad that, as I said earlier, we have the luminaries and the stalwarts and the captains of the industry joining us to share the knowledge and the experience and the technologies with us. The work which is being done. We were in fact also supposed to be joined in the morning session by the Honorable Minister of State Railways, Shri Rajan Gohain, but unfortunately there is a delegation which he had to lead, and he's not been able to join. But the information which we have, he's going to be joining us in the course of the day. So we really look forward to knowing from him. As we all know, railways is in fact going a massive transformation and modernization. So that was just to set the tone of our discussions. And now, at the very outset, I would like to invite Ms. Archana Naidu, the content head of ET Edge, Bennett Coleman and Company, to share further the thought and the mind on this conference. Thank you.
Thank you, Vimi, and good morning to everybody. This is a very, very special day. Like she has set the tone very, very beautifully. This is a meeting of builders, innovators, ideators. And I think in India, we are living in a very, very exciting times where I think the whole nation is being built. And when infrastructure is at the core of the whole nation building, I think all of you play a very, very, very critical part of it. So I would want all of us to clap for ourselves as we initiate a very good morning to all of us. So can we have a round of applause for all of us? Because I think energy is something which is very, very critical, not only in life, but in business. So till the time we don't applaud ourselves, it's very important that we applaud ourselves and see the values that we are creating. So as we set out to create this fourth Infra Focus Summit, we thought that what should be our positioning? How different should it be? What is that compelling content that we are going to bring to this table? And like all of you will agree with me, infrastructure has seen a whole new evolution from being the bashing boy to being the poster boy. So we spoke about the inefficiencies of infrastructure probably 5 years back, where all the debates and discussions were around how the limitations are being created by the lack of proper infrastructure. Then we moved on to what is needed. And today we are talking about the holistic infrastructure, where we are saying that we have to reimagine the whole infrastructure to not only make it very holistic, but sustainable. So to that, I think all of you are going to add a lot of value to this topic, because the way we are going to build now is the way we are going to live tomorrow. So ladies and gentlemen, this day forms a very, very important milestone in our lives, because without infrastructure, like all of you will agree, we will not be able to move forward. So this summit, as you all know, this is the 4th edition. And the first edition, when we started this, was all about moving beyond policies to actual deliveries. Like I said, we were when we started, probably we have evolved with the whole infrastructure as a segment. And this Infra Focus Summit is actually reflecting the evolution stage in which the infrastructure segment in India is shaping up. So this year, it is about Undivided India, reimagining holistic infrastructure. Now, why is it important for us to say that you have to plan, deliver in a very holistic way? Because like everyone says, that India is a very diverse country. It's many countries, many states, many regions within the one country. But while it is an advantage, and while diversity is one of the high points, but it also creates a gap between our, when you're talking from the infrastructure point of view, that we are still developing in silos, which is limiting, because today the end-to-end connectivity is extremely important. So when we are talking about Undivided India, we are saying that, hey, you are developing the urban infrastructure. What about the rural one? Because rural market, like you all say, must know and must agree, is one of the most developing and the potential markets for each one of us. So if we don't develop the infrastructure in the rural markets, how are we going to deliver to the ultimate customer who's staying somewhere in Raipur or Darbhanga or somewhere in Orissa or a Gangtok? So this is what is going to be. The whole day is structured like that. While we have very, very compelling content, we have a lot of good speakers, we have a lot of good sessions. And we'll start with planning for inclusive infrastructure. So we are saying that we will also go one step at a time. Once there's a great discussion on planning for inclusive infrastructure, then we are talking about countering the odds. And one of the sessions that I'm really looking forward is about competitors collaborate. Yes, it's a controversial topic. Yes, we are talking about. So it's going to be a post-lunch. We're going to wrap up the event or the first half of the day with this session. It's all about how to manage mega projects. So there are a lot of nuances in managing mega projects. There are a lot of expertise that the experts are going to share. But after that, we're also going to talk about how the competitors can collaborate. While it is a new term, while it is supposed to be a term which probably all of you will shake your head and say, no, it's not possible because ultimately he's my competitor. But as the discussion progresses, you will see that when you are adding your competitors and collaborating with them, you're actually adding a lot of value to your business and the bottom lines. How is it possible? How it can be achieved is something that the experts are going to talk about. So with this as a background, we are very, very thankful to our partners, Raven. And as we set out to have a very, very thought-provoking, inspiration-evoking day, I welcome you all again to this fourth edition of Economic Times Infra Focus Summit, brought to you by ET Edge, like I said, in partnership with Raven. And ladies and gentlemen, more power to you as you go and build the nation. Thank you so much.